Marvel Comics recently revealed their mega event titled Empyre. This is going to see for the first time in a long time the unification of the Avengers and the Fantastic Four in a major crossover event that is literally the focus of the entire thing. Many people reached out seeing if I could talk about this and does this have any implication on the future of the MCU and which direction they might head in. And as always, I think there is a possibility, but we'll talk about that after the intro, because we always gotta play the intro. So first up, we will be getting Avengers Empyre 0, or Empyre Avengers 0, and Fantastic Four 0. Two comics which will be the prelude to the actual Empyre event. Now the Empyre event within itself is interesting because a lot of the pieces that are in this are now things that the MCU sort of is building up at the same time. One, it's a big return of the Fantastic Four, really connecting with the bigger Marvel universe than we've seen recently. Again, the Avengers are getting a major push as always, but also the Skrull and the Kree will be major factors in this, and of course they've been a major factor in the movies recently. And of course, if you saw Far From Home and Captain Marvel, we know they will play a huge role forward somewhere in the future. Now, Empyre is about the teams of superheroes coming together to what we understand is going to be to fight the Empyre, which is going to see the unification of the Skrulls and the Kree uniting to really take on Earth as one. Now, this could all be smoke screens, which it is comics, and a lot of times it ends up being exactly that, a misdirection, and something else will be revealed to be pulling the strings. But this kind of gives you an idea of the direction they're going in. Now, could this have any implication on the MCU? And I think the answer is yes, but it's a big no at the same time. Now, we know they, of course, always look at the comics for ideas of which way to go. And Kevin Feige did recently take over all of Marvel, and he's in charge of saying what's good to go with Marvel. And I think that's why people are interested in, does this have any implications on the future? And this idea would have been something way before Feige ever got his hands on the Marvel Comics side. But they will look at it, and if it's a good idea, if you want to do it, you can adapt it down the road. Now, they've done this with other things. You know, they used the core Age of Ultron name only a couple years after the Age of Ultron event. That event within itself was nothing like the actual movie, but they could always go that route. And who's to say, you know, a couple years from now, I could say 5 to 8 years from now, we're not going to have that one movie that unites the Fantastic Four and the Avengers, which I guarantee will happen, and that they are going to be fighting some bigger space empire that maybe is a coalition made up of a bunch of aliens that are sick of Earth. I mean, it literally writes itself. So I think there's small hints here of what's to come, but as always, that's Marvel Comics. They're always looking at what they have in the comics and what they're doing and trying to adapt it in a different style and put a spin on it. So do I think it's going to happen? Yeah, I just think by the time we get Empyre, it will be a completely different story, much like Civil War, Age of Ultron, or even the Infinity Gauntlet. So hopefully that helps.